Are you a business owner or you're working for yourself? You're an entrepreneur, and we all get to have some challenges from time to time. And you are not alone. I have with me breakthrough and high performance coach, founder of Lake City Consulting, Nevena Bazalac. Welcome, Nevena.
Thank you for having me today, and hello to everyone watching here.
Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Well, journey is very interesting. There is no just one turning point. There is not just one thing. But I would say I'm originally from Serbia, and my background is psychology. I used to work with families, children for a long time in orphanage in Serbia. I moved to Dubai to be in a corporate world. And very quickly, I realized that in corporate world, we're often not so appreciated. I wasn't appreciated how much I contribute. I was making millions for this company. I was paid pennies, and I was told I'm not good enough. And on that day, I decided, know what? Nobody will tell me how much my worth is. Nobody will tell me I'm not good enough. That because of different reasons, because of where I'm from or what the skin color you have or any other reason or your gender. So don't allow that. And this was the main breakthrough when I decided I'm going to create my own legacy. I'm going to create my own empire. And this is what basically happened. And since then, I've been running my own company, growing my own businesses, and never looked back.
What are top 3 mistakes to avoid?
So I suppose for entrepreneurs and business owners, where I would say first one is being too hard on yourself. We are very, very hard on ourselves. We are impatient sometimes. And don't be too hard on yourself. You have to learn how to tap yourself on the shoulders and praise yourself. Second mistake is really not having a coach or a mentor. This is a big, big mistake. And when you start as an entrepreneur, or some even entrepreneurs that are already successful, having a coach or a mentor, no matter what level you are, hire someone who can help you go to the next level. Yes, it is an investment, but entrepreneurs understand that there is a return on investment. So employees ask how much this is going to cost me. Entrepreneurs and business owners says, what is my return on investment? If I invest in the coach, how fast I can get new clients, how I can speed up. So this is the second mistake I would say. And the third one, I would definitely say it's quitting way early on. Most of entrepreneurs quit very early on. So in the book Think and Grow Rich, it was said, do not quit until you find someone who is in your field and who succeeded, and go ask for their advice. So this goes back to having a mentor or a coach. So do not just quit very easily, but try to improve your skills. Find someone who will help you improve your skills.
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
It's a great question. I don't know. I thought about this question a lot before this interview, and I couldn't think of a lot of failure stories because I don't look at it as a failure. But I can say a couple of things is, for example, putting so much energy into certain things that don't bring you revenue. And let's say you're building your social media, you're building even your website, you are building your programs. If you're entrepreneurs, if you are into service industry, so coaches often we build programs, we're excited. You have to sell it before you even create it, right? So this is something I learned. Go out there and see if people really want to buy it, and ask them how would they like. If you're developing a course, ask them, would you buy this course? Would you like it to be live? Would you like it to be recorded? And then based on that feedback, go find people who really want to buy it. And then you will very quickly be inspired and you will develop that very quickly. Also, focusing on those things, we are all excited about our branding, about websites. But I will talk in the next question. These are not income producing activities. So you are wasting a precious time, and you can some entrepreneurs spend 2 years in building all of this and still they don't have no clients. So every business owner, entrepreneur should have the revenue within their 3 months.
What are your top 3 success secrets that others can follow?
Well, number one, the most important, focus on the income producing activity. Income producing activity, write those words, please. So for every business, there is an income producing activity. Posting on social media can bring you, but it's usually not your income producing activity. If you're selling real estate, if you're selling insurance, if you're a coach, you have to be in front of a person and offer them your services, offer them your packages, ask them to buy from you. If you're in your case right into marketing, you have to offer people to purchase your marketing, to do the marketing for them. So this is the top success secret that changed everything for me. Right. Another one is surround yourself with people who are successful, with people who want to grow. Have mentors, have coaches if you don't have anyone out of your friends who are entrepreneurs, or go to entrepreneur groups, right? And make sure to really be there in the group and follow and ask questions and learn. And let's say number 3, success secrets, I would say meditate. Right? When we pray, we talk to God. When we meditate, they say God speaks to us. So you have all the answers within you, sorry. So all the answers are already there. All ideas are there. So meditation is a great tool. Daily meditation, 15 minutes. It's a great tool to start getting those ideas, inspirations, and the next steps and next action.
What is your most impactful business book you read, and what did you learn from it?
Oh, definitely. Well, there is a lot of them, but one that I really love is Science of Getting Rich, but Wallace D. Wattles. And it's such a powerful book. Every chapter is very powerful. I really, really want everyone to read. There is a lot of things, but one that I would pull out is Move from Competitive to Creative Mind. Whatever your business is, there's millions of people who are doing the same thing or a similar thing. So you don't want to focus on competing with those people. You want to create. If you look at all the people who have success, if you look at huge companies like Amazon, Facebook, all others, they didn't thought about who am I competing. They said, what company am I creating? If you're a coach, entrepreneur says, what am I creating? What kind of legacy am I creating? And it's not about, right? It's not about, there is a million other coaches. So I can be, because this puts you in the negative mood, in the worrying. Oh, they will buy from someone else. Why would they buy from me? No, you have to make this shift that I'm creative and the resources are unlimited. Everything you desire, you don't have to take from anyone else in order to have it. So definitely Science of Getting Rich is one of my favorite books. And this is just one of the amazing, so many amazing great things from this book.
What do you want to be remembered for?
I like to be remembered as a person who left everyone with the impression of increase. So this is my motto. This is what I live by. No matter if somebody is putting gas into my car, right, or somebody is a cleaner in my building or my home. If somebody is more successful than me, I try to leave everyone with impression of increase, to make sure that everyone feel good about themselves, understand they have a lot of value, they can improve. And if I can give in any situation, I'm surrounded with many, many successful people. So people who achieved much more things than I did so far. And I always like to add something to them. I realize that no matter how successful someone is, they always have something that, they're looking for help with. If I have a piece of information, advice, a tool, I will always give them. And I would like to be remembered as someone who really help people increase and be better, be the better version of themselves.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
It's a very good question, and I think very important for entrepreneurs, because jumping into entrepreneurship usually means you're accepting, like the earning you have means your value, right? When you work at the job, you have a paycheck, and sometimes you might do 80%, 100%, sometimes you might even 30%. You're not so engaged, but you just paid what you're paid. When you're an entrepreneur, you are paid what your value is. And that's very painful, because if you're not getting paid, it means you're not giving a lot of value. So entrepreneurs experience a lot of anxiety. I've been through that, a lot of worries, anxiety, self-doubt. And how you have to overcome that? Well, you have to first have a strong vision. Why are you doing this, right? And you have to make a decision that you're not going back into your comfort zone. I made a decision years ago when I jumped and started my entrepreneurship, and I never looked back. No matter how hard it was to start building the business and do things, and maybe not to some months in the beginning, not even making any income, it didn't matter, because I knew over time I'm developing my skills, and what I'm sowing today, I'm going to reap in some time in the future. So there are different tools. Meditation is very helpful to calm your mind, to calm your anxiety. And I would say definitely do that. And there are different tools that if people want to know as well, they can reach out to me and I can help them how to overcome all those emotions.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
Well, I work with many families. And first of all, people will often not support you. They will think you're crazy until you succeed. So I don't try to convince anyone. People have an issue when they're not aligned with their idea. So what you have to do, you have to align with your idea. You have to be in peace with it. So for example, some people are coming to me, they say, hey, I lost my job, but I really know what I'm looking for, but my wife is pressuring me to get any kind of job. I don't want that. And that's a mistake, taking any type of job. Or, having the idea and jumping into it, investing your savings. Like, you have to be in peace with it, that even if it doesn't work, even if you lose anything, you're going to learn a lot. And of course, I don't believe in convincing. I think when you're aligned with it and you start taking the action, other people will see it. And when you're in peace with it, other people will not be bothered. At least it will not bother you, right? When people are asking you, what the hell are you doing?
What do you want to do when you grow up?
I love this question. I wonder if you have someone over 80 years old, it would be fun to ask them this question as well in this interview. When I grow up, well, I have my life goal is to build over 100 schools and orphanages in Africa for children. I develop some programs to support children, to actually empower them. So developing sustainable programs and really reach that level of my business is running, that I can do a lot of and much more philanthropy that I'm doing now.
Who is your living mentor and what is the impact they have on your life?
I had so many mentors and coaches at the moment. I work with Bob Proctor and his team. I work with Kane and Alessia in the US and a couple of other people. But what was the impact? Everything was impact. Finding, going through entrepreneurship, changing my life, and then changing others people's lives. Definitely, it's the most powerful and really rewarding thing. So I don't have enough words to say how much I appreciate for all of my mentors and coaches what I did for me.
What are you grateful for today?
A beautiful question, and I want to invite everyone to start their day with this question. I am grateful for today. I'm grateful for having food, having a wonderful food in my house. I'm grateful for a new client that I start working with today specifically, and I'm grateful to be here in this interview and being able to impact many people who are listening.
Why is being impactful important to you?
Another great question. Well, I believe that we are all impact. We all have impact. We all have impact on people around us. But understanding your own power and using it in the right way, and then changing people's lives around you, is simply so fascinating to me. They say if you throw a stone into the ocean, the whole shoreline will change. So if we do one nice action, if we change with kind words, if we say to someone, if we change one life, that person will go and change many other lives. So it's really, I think it's definitely part of the mission. Why am I here on this planet? And to really be an uplifter and help people understand who they are as well.
How do you start your day?
Well, I have a beautiful dog, so we always go for a walk in the morning. It's not a long, maybe 10-15 minutes. And I always meditate in the morning. I express my appreciation and gratitude in the morning. And I do exercise 5 times per week. So that's my routine for many years now. So I like to do that in the morning as well.
Who is your ideal client?
Excellent question. As a breakthrough and high performance coach, my ideal client is everyone who is ready to go on the next level and who is ready to tell themselves, you know what, I'm sick and tired of myself. So sometimes you have to be sick and tired of myself and understand that it's time to get for someone to help us change our mindset, to help us make the switch. There is no specific niche in a way of your occupations for all of you who are listening. It's really where you are, where you want to be, and how you can break through and go there really fast.
What is the advice you would give to your younger self?
Oh, I really love this question. Definitely don't worry and don't stress so much. All right. If I learned something, that's how not to worry and how not to stress so much. And everything is always working out for you. Even when things seems to break, everything really works out for us.
What would you say about your guest experience on the show today?
Well, I'm loving it. I think questions are amazing. I would love to be engaged in the groups where this will be posted. So I'm not seeing the back, the back with people who are watching it. So I would love to see and get their feedback, their comments, their questions. And I have a special gift for all of them who are watching. So I will share that towards the end.
How can we support you?
Well, feel free to share this interview if you believe it will help others. This is number one. Just go and share without people need to hear this kind of information. And make sure to go to my website, nevenabazalac.com. And I mentioned earlier, I have a gift for all of you. So I want you to go and download my ebook, Jumping into Unknown. It's on the website. You can also listen to my podcast if you are if you have family. And the third thing is there is also some masterclasses and webinars that you can watch, so I can add value to all of you a little bit more.
What would you say as a final word?
As my final word, I want to tell you that you are enough, that you are amazing, and that you are here to create amazing things, but you are the only person who stands on your own way. If you don't accept that, if you're in the blame mode, if you're constantly blaming everything around you, you have to get out of that, and you have to take responsibility and say, you know what, I create what I want to create, and I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to change myself. I'm going to improve myself. I'm going to achieve every goal that I want to achieve.
Nevena Bazalac, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Entrepreneur Empowerment Club and the whole entire team. Really appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to your gift. And I'll go on your website and subscribe to the gift. And I'm looking forward to it. And thank you so much again. Bye-bye.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here and listening.